Hello again. So now I'm going to show you how to find your way around our course page on Blackboard. Since we all agree that Blackboard may not always be user-friendly, then I thought that it might be a good idea to show you around so you don't have any problems finding all the course materials, assignments, and everything. So this is the home page, and as you can see, it's very straightforward. We have here, start here. Yeah, smart, right? So how to get started, we have the course overview, the course description, and the learning objectives, which we'll go over in another video. And then we have course policies and student resources. These are mostly AUM materials and language, so I don't have much to say about these. You can read them later, but please make sure you are familiar with everything here because these are AUM things that bind all of us, okay? So make sure you are familiar with everything here. And then explore the course navigation. This is where you can find this video that you are watching now later. So in case you get lost or you're not quite sure how to find things later, you can come here at a later point in the course and rewatch that video. So the course syllabus here it's attached as a PDF, or actually if you go all the way up here, you'll find it again in the course menu here. So you have two ways to access the course syllabus, and as I always recommend to my students, make sure that you download the PDF file to your computers for offline access. And actually, because online access is not always reliable, Blackboard sometimes goes offline for maintenance or whatever, and at the same time, because the course document itself, the course syllabus document, has the readings, has the calendar, has a brief description of the assignments and everything. So make sure that you have the complete document downloaded to your computers. And then after that, we have the student introduction, which is our first discussion for this course. As you can see here, this is a brief introduction just to get to know each other. We have some new students. I haven't met all of you yet. I know some of you. Some of you are new, so and all of us are new to this course, not me of course. So it's a good idea to start by knowing each other and knowing what we are hoping for to learn or to gain by the end of this course. So I'd like you to click here after reading the description, of course, create a thread here and tell us something about yourself and what you're hoping to achieve by the end of this course. So this is the first thing that I'd like you to know about the course navigation. Here, as I said, we have the course syllabus. Now, the next most important thing after the course syllabus is the modules. The modules, as you can see, these are the 5 modules sketched in the course syllabus. We have 5 modules. Each one has a very important topic that we'll be discussing this course. Let's look at the first module as an example. So if you click on module 1, you'll see here we have the title of the module. So module 1, History and Theories of Multilingual Composition. And then after you see the title, you'll have the number of weeks and the dates of each week. Most modules have 2 weeks, but some modules have only 1 week because it's summer course, of course. And then let's click on week 1 to see what we expect to see under each week. So here you'll see a list of the readings for each week. So for week 1, these are copied and pasted from the course syllabus. No surprises here. So these are the readings for week 1, and these are the actual readings. So this is a list, and these are the actual readings. This is 4C's statement. So this is a web link. If you click here, it's going to take you to the actual statement because it's web-based. And these are 2 files with these 2 readings. And in the same folder for week 1, we have the discussion for week 1. And I'm going to the discussions in a minute. Okay, so under each week, every week we'll have a list of the readings and the actual reading files, or if they are based online, you'll find a link to them, and the discussion for that week. And if we have anything else due that week, like an assignment, if we have presentation, if we're gonna meet, like for brief meeting, like chatting or something, anything we're gonna do in a given week is gonna be located in that week. So you don't have to look any further, or it's like, where are we meeting this week? It's gonna be in that week. Okay, so look no far. Now, so here we have the 5 modules. Each module is gonna be structured like this. They are not yet structured this way. They only have the weeks folders, but that's all for now. I'll be populating them with everything and the readings and the files and everything as we go. Okay? Now, the next thing, of course, will be, I'll skip from the assignments to the discussions, because again, this is very important thing and component for our course. Under discussions, we have 3 major components. First, we have the guidelines for the weekly response to readings. And this is very important post that I'd like you all to read very carefully at the very beginning, like today. I'd like you to read this very carefully, and if you have any comments, if you have any questions, anything that's not clear, please make sure that you comment on that, and I'll be reading your comments on the go and make sure I answer any questions or concerns you may have. These are the guidelines that will guide us for the rest of the semester, so I don't have to like post the guidelines every week. Okay, so these are the guidelines for every week response to reading and discussions. And these are the introductions I told you about earlier, and this is this is the discussion forum for week 1, and every week we'll have one of these. Okay, for some, and I'll start another forum for questions. So for in 1 week, if you have a question, if you have something that you're not quite sure about, you can just drop a question there and any of your classmates can answer, or I'll be subscribed to that one, and once whenever any one of you post a question, I'll be there to answer it. Okay, so we can all like help each other answering each other's questions. In some weeks, when we start working on assignments in particular, I'll have another forum for assignment preparation, so we can all again work together on preparing assignments. So for example, when we start working on the first project, which is the multilingual student profile, one component of that project is interviewing a multilingual student. So preparing the questions for interview, so we can work together on these interview questions, so we can pose the questions here and refine questions, give feedback. It's like, okay, no, that's not a good question. Maybe you can ask it in a different way. Maybe you can add this. No, this is not going to work. So we'll be collaborating on creating these questions. So again, we'll be doing this on one of the discussion forums here. Okay, so this is going to be our space together most of the time. Okay, so this is for questions. Now, for assignments, I don't have all the assignments, of course, ready yet, but we have 2 major assignments. If you take a careful look at the syllabus, we have 2 major assignments: multilingual student profile and the final project, which you have 2 options there. So later, like by the end of this weekend, I'll have the assignment sheet for the multilingual student profile, and then like in week 3, I'll have the assignment sheet ready for the final project, so you'll have time to start preparing for your final project. So again, assignments will be available here, and this is where you'll be submitting your projects. Here, under email, this is where if for whatever reason you forgot my email, you forgot one of your classmates' email, and you'd like to email anybody here, you can just find all course participants' emails. Okay, so this is where you can find emails and email anybody in the course. Meetings, I love this. Blackboard has something totally new and I love it. I saw it, the people in the digital and online learning show it to me, and it's amazing. It's like video conferencing, but it's so good and it's so crisp and it's so fast. It's really good. So every now and then, if I mean time permitting, if we all have time, maybe we can all get together and have some time, maybe for a chat, for a discussion, for a presentation, for just discussing one of the reading that was, I mean, exceptionally problematic or kind of difficult or something. So, I mean, and you can use it without me being there. Okay, so if you would like to get together to discuss anything without me being there, just feel free to use it. Okay, all you can do is just join room and here you go. Okay, so this is one way of getting together without having to be physically there. Okay, so this is basically everything about the course. The course reserve, people in the library told me that today that they are still working on it, but honestly, we may not need that because right now I'm working on getting everything scanned and uploaded to the modules and the folder as I showed you. So we may not need even the course reserve at the end of the day. If you are here in Montgomery, all the books we are using are on actual reserve in the library. Anything else, as in articles, are available through AUM library, and I'll be uploading them as we go to the course modules and week folders. Okay, so we may not need the electronic reserve after all, but it's there just in case we need it. Okay, so back to our home page. I hope this tour has helped you find your way around very easily, navigate the course space, and hopefully you won't get lost in our virtual space. And if you do, just let me know and I'll come to your rescue. I'll see you on Blackboard. Cheers.